Sonic knew what's up. Not another speeding ticket. I'd fight it in court, but I don't think they'll accept gotta go fast as a medical condition. Is this show even real? I'm convinced Sonic Boom was just a collective fever dream, which is very upsetting because I wish it was real. Like, I was in the camp that disliked the Boom redesign, specifically Knuckles, because, you know, Knuckles is stoic. He's not stupid. He's trusting and gullible. But the thing is, though, is Eggman in this show is for some odd reason, like, jacked? And also is just like the wine-drunk neighbor. Every now and again he does some Eggman stuff, but most of the time he's just sitting there on the couch, getting sloshed because life is too hard. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo and today we're looking at r/Tumblr, a subreddit dedicated to posts from that wacky science site we all left long ago. Let's just get right into it. Dad of the Year. I remember the first time I asked my dad to sign something for me in high school. He shook his head and said, "If I sign this, you're going to have to learn how to forge my signature. If you sign from the start, you'll be able to sign whatever you want and they'll never know." I don't know whether to award him Dad of the Year or not. Probably not, because he's saying, hey son, forgery's cool if you start off doing it. Like, that doesn't seem like a good life lesson. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I shouldn't be teaching my kid how to forge my signature and or to just be faking it from the get-go. Rip Pluto. I think it's a universal truth that everyone in our generation takes Pluto losing its planetary status as a personal offense. Yeah, Pluto is smaller than Russia. Why did we ever consider it a planet? Because it's part of our solar system. Ohana means family. Ohana means no one is left behind. This is factual, but like, I was very in camp Pluto planet. But it wasn't that it's like not a planet, it's just a planetoid. It's too small to be considered planetary, you know what I mean? You will order the princess to marry me. I will order the princess to... But you're so old! Best joke in the entire movie, I swear to God. Imagine that being what breaks you out of mind control, even temporarily. Not the fact that this dude is like trying to force, you know, not even that Jafar is trying to force Yadada to marry him, but the fact that he's so old, which makes it creepy. Like... There's so much subtext here, and I genuinely love it. Aladdin was a fun movie. Wait, no, they did make a live-action remake. I was about to say, I'm glad they didn't. You know what? We're gonna treat it like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm glad they didn't make a real movie out of it. Like a real-life reshooting. Home Depot releases pack of dads into Home Depot. Oh. Be free. Invasive species encroach on lesbian territory. This is a common misconception because they're such similar environments, but you should be aware that dads are native to Home Depot, while lesbians are actually native to Lowe's. At this point, however, both dads and lesbians have made themselves at home in both Home Depot and Lowe's, to a point that trying to separate them back into their original ranges would probably do more harm than good to the delicate ecosystem of large chain hardware stores. This is true. This is absolutely factual. Most dads, believe it or not, are spawned in the Home Depot bathrooms. At least 5 dads per day come out of each individual Home Depot. That's what? Couple 100,000 dads per day? Their output is amazing. And don't even get me started on the lesbian statistics. They pump out even more of those. The cube cannot hold me forever. The penalty box in hockey is such a funny concept to me. Big fighty men go in the naughty cube, imprisoned for sports crimes. Go to the terrarium and think about your punching, you knife-footed ice gremlin. All they do is sit there plotting their little gremlin plans for as soon as you let them out of the gremlin cube. Oh my god, I never thought about the penalty box just being the timeout box. This is the fun box that Fairly Odd Parents warned us about, but it's not small and square nor dark, but it is locked, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why hockey always spawns fist fights. Why is it specific? What about hockey brings this out? Is it just like something that's accepted as part of the sport? Or is this an oddity? I want answers. I don't sports. I heard my brother say he was going to Dairy Queen, so I snuck into his car and he has no idea I'm in here. He asked his friend what he wanted and I popped out from the floor and said, I was thinking about a milkshake. I have never heard 2 teenage boys scream louder. Honestly, that is amazing, and I low-key wish I could do that. But none of my friends have cars that deep. I love that. This is so incredibly stupid. I don't know why I find it funny. Also, I feel called out because the title is a Wheeze.mp3 and you guys know what happens if I laugh too hard. Introduced my mom to pirating websites, and now she's watched so many movies I haven't seen in years for free. And she wants me to tell your internet followers about this. She does want me to warn you that don't click on those ads with the very pretty ladies, and that please tell those lesbians on the internet not to fall for it. As a lesbian on the internet, tell your mom, thank you. I will be very careful. Oh my god. That last post is exactly what made this for me. Everything else was pretty like standard mom stuff and then just like, thank you, mysterious mother. I will not fall for the ads targeting me. I appreciate your concern. Like, I something about that, like the genuine feel of that statement is sending me right now. Today I learned the bluesman R.L. Burnside killed a man and said, I didn't mean to kill nobody. I just meant to shoot the sumbitch in the head. Him dying was between him and the Lord. That's a pretty badass way to admit to murder. Ah, man, if only that was a defense. Honestly, though, that is pretty BA. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty solid. That's a wonderful line, and I hope some movie somewhere steals that. I don't know what movie, but I want a movie that steals that line or even attributes it, because this is phenomenal. That is such a wonderful quote. It's terrible that a life was lost to get it, but I love this quote. It's terrible. That's like a terrible line, but at the same time, it's a glorious line. How long does your ideal hug last? 38 to 45 minutes. That's really impractical. You said ideal, not realistic. This is true. This is true. Long hugs are nice, but at a certain point it just becomes standing cuddles, which, not gonna lie, still kind of comfy, but the arms will get sore. The arms will eventually get sore from being up for too long. Unless there is an absolute dumpster for you to rest your forearms on, in which case you're probably fine. Describing gender as a spectrum implies that there are people whose gender cannot be correctly displayed in digital media because it falls outside the RGB color gambit. There are some genders only shrimp can access. That's... Ah, dude, I wasn't expecting that line. I should have, but I wasn't expecting that line. That's so good. That is so quality. Oh, I love it. I love this. I don't know why I've attached to this so much, but I'm just imagining shrimp just talking about gender, and I don't know why that's sending me. But also conceptually, though, I really want to see that color that they can see that we can't. I want to understand, but there's no way for us to approximate it because we don't have light that can visibly see it, at least in our spectrum. But I hate not knowing. Give me the shrimp color. Today I learned famous playwright Henrik Ibsen, after overhearing his nurse assure a visitor that he was doing better, sputtered his last words. On the contrary, did you ever die just to flex on a medical professional? What's with the good quotes? What is with the good quotes today? I mean, again, unfortunate that someone died. That happens frequently. But I just love the fact that this dude heard that and went, no, I'm leaving now. It's sending me. I don't know why everything is sending me today, but I am being sent to the stratosphere. For your consideration, Emo, the world is broken and I'm sad. There's nothing I can do to fix it. Goth, the world is broken, but there's an odd beauty in the dark parts. Punk, the world is broken and I am angry and I'm going to fight to fix it. Bagpipe. Yes, this is bagpipes. That's how bagpipes do. Bagpipes are the true neutral of the punk world. What does that even mean? What does that mean? I sometimes say things on Kalbus, and they have no meaning, and I leave you guys to derive meaning from them. And this is one of those times I'm not even sure there's meaning that can be derived out of that. Tell me, what does bagpipes mean? Like, what does bagpipes being the true neutral of punk even mean? Teen horse girl movie where the horse dies an hour in and the second half is the girl learning occult science to reanimate it so she can win the big derby. Necro Prancer. Tagline: you can't beat this dead horse. Oh my god, this post has been around for a while because I remember seeing it, and it also has got that nice crust of being uploaded a couple of times on it. But I love this concept, but I feel like it shouldn't die an hour in. I feel like we need more time to really get into the fact that this girl is probably making living sacrifices of humans to get a horse back. And honestly, I love the concept. It's just, I think we need more than like probably 30 minutes to flesh out the fact that this girl is now kidnapping and ritualistically sacrificing people for an equine that's divine. Davy Jones is honestly one of my favorite movie villains because he's so extra. He introduces himself by saying, "Do you fear death?" And then he plays spooky pipe organ with his tentacle beard while pining over lost love. He knows his aesthetic, and he owns it. Forgot about Pirates of the Caribbean and spent a solid minute trying to figure out when the ghost man asked SpongeBob if he fears death! Oh my god. So me and the buddies have been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves, and last night, one of our normal crewmate was sick. So they were just watching Pirates of the Caribbean in the background while their boyfriend played with us. And straight up and down, we do not stop quoting SpongeBob when we're sailing. Going in between two rocks, you good, you good, you good, as our ship splinters apart on both sides because the brig is a lot bigger than a sloop. Like... We also like to sometimes do war cries using the megaphone, but it's just us going a little. I love the high seas. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and maybe share with a friend who could use a good old-fashioned reminiscing about Tumblr. If you want more, r/Tumblr. There'll be another one popping up in just a couple of seconds, but until then, my name has been Lumo, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.